I think we're here. How's Buzz coming?
He's doing good. Give him a couple knocks.
And he's looking a little bit better.
He's still got like bullet holes and stuff in him, but
Yeah.
Hey, that looks cool though. Speed holes.
yeah,
Speed holes.
he's more aerodynamic.
The air goes right through those wires.
There you go.
So Shando kind of turns, and she's, through this time, she seems a little bit more mobile now. From time to time, with the shuddering of the train, you see her kind of brace herself a little bit. But for the most part, she looks like she's, at least more stable condition. She turns to both the two. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's not been fun. It's one of the most catastrophic jobs that I've been on.
So what comes now?
Well, I go and collect the bounty.
Do you have to mark something out for us because we took this job?
I can take down your information and I can forward the credits to you.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Nice and expedited.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, it's not going to be as much because the main guy was, ventilated. And she kind of looks at you. But the payout still stands for at least some of them. Hopefully they have some information that my client's looking for.
Sure, if you need help in the future.
You know where to look.
And I'm not going to call you.
Well, don't go through the Starfinder Society because we'll probably take the job.
If I need somebody...
Or be more clear on the job description beforehand.
You know what?
Yeah, communication
Sure.
is something I think, as a feedback, former employee, I think I can offer that maybe communication is something you could improve on next time for better, interactions with your.
I'll be sure to send you the survey.
And
Depends on how many other people are going to take the survey. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a census, but if you're going to really go through with this, I think that's a good thing.
And she kind of just like moans and just, steps out of the now open doorway, climbs up onto the platform that's there, and she kind of turns around. Well, I hope you find your friends.
I think that's the first nice thing she's ever said to us.
yeah.
I'm not a nice person.
It immediately kind of just undoes that whole nice comment there.
Yeah,
Like,
it would have been better if you just left.
She kind of like looks at you just like, okay. And she turns and walks
And I
away.
say, hey, like the trophy.
She stops, doesn't turn around.
Shop at Sony's.
oh yeah, you know what soda is around here?
And she just like continues walking, seemingly at a much more faster pace. And
I'm gonna miss her.
Maybe she's not familiar. Yeah. Her,
And
her pep was.
Zed's like, okay, get off my train.
Yep, I'm already off. I kind of just take a skip off.
Buzz is setting me down on the bottom level, and he's hopping down too.
I'm looking for a kiosk for like a transport taxi to the dock.
This is more of an industrial area, so for that you probably have to go into the Hive Market proper.
Okay, is there a sign?
I mean, there's not really like markings, like directions here specifically. You probably like can figure out with the flow of kind of where people are walking. There are some smaller.
Walking right by Shanto again.
Oh
hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Looking for a taxi.
There's multiple directions that
Find
people
that
are
Sonays
going.
yet?
She seems to be going. She goes to the right and she's walking down the platform, and there's a hole kind of bored into the stonework that people are walking in and out of that you eventually see her walk into and disappear. There's also one off to the left, kind of on the opposite end of the platform.
Should we take the right one where she went just to see? Maybe there's something down there.
Could be interesting when she's getting into.
Let's do it.
We're gonna follow her.
All right, so you guys continue to the right. You see, as you turn and you see this kind of roughly hewn semicircle hallway, the first thing that kind of hits you is this oddly sulfuric kind of smell coming from the interior.
It's like acid.
It's like a mix of like ash and sulfur. a little bit. So it definitely
Like a
smells
volcano.
has that volcanic smell to it, but it's very subtle. But you do pick up on it.
Ooh.
So as you guys walk through, it's very kind of dimly lit. There's lights above you, and there's just the roughly kind of carved out path underneath your feet. As you're looking, on the sides, you're trained in physical science.
Yes. Yep.
Give me a physical science check. And if you're trained in physical science, go ahead and do that too.
25 for me.
Jeez.
18.
Okay. You both kind of come to the same conclusion that the formation of these walls and just kind of the structuring of it, at some point in time, this most definitely was some form of lava tube. So like it is magma, like volcanic rock that lines the outside. It's very hard, and that seems to be kind of where there's some residual smell coming from the rocks, and it seems whatever sort of forced airflow that they have down here really agitates it and kind of pushes it around more than keeping it cool. It is nighttime, but I mean, especially when you guys are getting inside here, it is a very kind of stifling sort of heat.
I'm still used to this heat. It's familiar to where I was born.
Not uncommon on Akaton to make use of natural resources such as the volcanic rock around here for structures and formations.
Yeah,
The heat reduction is also quite useful on the inside.
I can see how.
Don't know if you knew any of that, did it? But
Oh yeah, a little bit.
just a little insider information.
Yeah, it's good to know. You've been here. You lived here.
So you guys continue on. You see that after a while, it's kind of slowly snaking back and forth. You see the path kind of branches in two different directions. You do see kind of in the like split, there is just this seems sort of like some sort of data access point there.
You want to hit that up? That looks like something we'd be interested in.
Let's carry on.
Let's do it.
So
Steer buzz over there.
so you guys access the local kind of data net for the Hive market, and what is it that you guys are looking for?
Is there a bounty board kind of thing to look at, or?
It seems that there's jobs that's kind of, as you guys are searching through, there's like similar ones that you guys
Start
were
from
contracted initially.
Akaton's most wanted. Okay.
But it's mostly seems like mercantile work
Okay.
or transportation. There's not a I mean there are a few kind of jobs that you can see that are like
Can you
bounties.
post anything on this?
It seems that for you to be able to post a job of that type, like a bounty, you would need to contact a local security force.
Well, what if we're not posting a job? We just want to leave a comment on somebody else's post.
It doesn't seem like there's any sort of like comments section
Damn it.
on bounties.
I was just gonna say shop at Sona's.
Yeah, or leave like a nice old like Rickroll link or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give me a computer check.
Okay. Computers. 28.
The security system in the advertising section doesn't seem too particularly strong. You figure with a little bit of time, you could probably
Leave a couple kernels in there.
you could probably adjust it in some sort of way. Depending on how involved
It'll be
you
a
wanna
subliminal blip. Every time that it changes from
Subliminal.
one advertisement it knows to the next advertisement in the queue, there's going to be a millisecond of shop zones in between each cut of their actual advertisements. So they won't barely even know it's there. There's like a kilobyte of information in there. And it's just basically going to be like in between what they already have set up. It's just going to
Okay.
be pew,
It
subliminal
takes
little flashes.
it takes a couple minutes. Luckily, you're in the lower kind of like in the transport industrial hub section. It seems like because everybody's just kind of moving. There's the few people that are milling about at this time don't seem to notice. They really just kind of seem to be on autopilot. So you successfully implant subliminal messages to shop at Sone's in this hive market board.